So I thought I'd do a quick tour of my latest project because I'm pretty excited about how it turned out. It took me a few days and uses Vite with React on the front end, Tailwind CSS on the front end too, and then on the back end it uses an Express API and a MongoDB, and everything is TypeScript, which is cool. Love TypeScript. So this is the front end interface. It is mobile friendly, dark mode, light mode, dark mode, light mode, dark mode. Pagination through the different products. Next, yeah. You can sort these from lowest or highest. Small silk chips, really expensive. You can also pull up a category. So there's my garden category, clear that. Okay, there we go, back in, go lowest. Okay, and then I can also do a search. Let's see if there's a car. Oh yeah, there's a car. There's 4 different cars. And pretty cheap, $51.29 for an ergonomic granite car. Yeah, no products. Okay, bummer. Get rid of that. Yeah, okay. Alright. Clear my search as well. There we go, okay. And yeah, so that's the front end. Now let's look at the crazy code. So this is pretty neat too. Pretty excited about this mono repo. It's not using any of the mono repos like Turbo Repo or NX. Just set up with Yarn workspaces. That's in here. Let me just close all of these. No, I don't want to do that. Oh yeah, no, I do want to do that. So yeah, in here, set up with workspaces. So there's an API, and the front end here under web. So this front end here, I'm using Flow by React as well because I wanted to try to be as quick as I could to throw together the front end. So I'm using some of the Flow by React components, and then some of them are also custom. So yeah, in here you can see everything's TypeScript, and in the source folder also the front end uses Redux Toolkit. So the feature here, the products feature, is built out with these different components nested in this components folder here, and this product slice, which is the uses Redux Toolkit to create these different reducers for setting a query, resetting a query, sorting by highest price, sorting by lowest price, filtering by category, resetting the category, and then the main function here is this fetch products. So this is fetching the products from the backend, and in this fetch products function is you can pass the various different parameters, which then, if you actually look in this fetch products file here, there's various helper functions that actually help to build the URL. And eventually in this one here, we fetch with the URL, which is built in this function here, builds that base product URL plus a string using the parameters that are passed in. So that's pretty neat. Couple other helper functions down here. So those are all in this slice, which are exported and then used by these different things here. So let's give an example. When the products list, here we go. This is the main products list. So when this the page loads, there's a user effect here that calls the dispatch function, which is the Redux Toolkit function, and that fetches the products async. There's no parameters passed in here at this point. There's no parameters saved in the Redux state for products, and so it's actually just gonna get all products, and that they're going to be sorted by the date that they were created. If there's any kind of errors like loading failed, then you're going to get a different message. Or if there's no products found, it's going to get this message here, no products found. Otherwise, it's going to map through the products that are in. You can see here that the use app selector, so here the products from the Redux toolkit are loaded and then mapped through here to give you those. And this product card is a separate component down here. So this is a card from Flowbyte React, and then within here there's those review stars and a few extra things here. That was imported and just used from Flowbyte React. Nothing particularly groundbreaking there. There's this custom navbar component that I put together with the search input and the dark theme toggle. This search input is a pretty interesting component because there's a few different things going on here. This one actually gave me a little bit of trouble because I wanted to control the text input, but then also use this debounce function as well to make sure the function wasn't firing on every key tap, but was actually, there was a delay, so you would finish several keystrokes once the function, you didn't interact with the text input for several seconds, then the search would actually take place. So that's implemented there as a debounce search. So yeah, that's the front end. The back end, I think the back end is pretty, I like it. It's pretty cool. I built this with something called SOA, which is a package that auto-generates the routes or express routes, and also a Swagger file using the controller and service that you've built. So if you look in products here, there's a service and a controller. And the neat thing with SOA is that there's these decorators that you put into the controller, which tells the SOA npm package to which routes to build. So here you've got products. This one here would be just a get route. So this would just be get localhost products, or get whatever your URL is /products. And this directs the request to the product service. This one here is another good example because it's a get request to and then it takes this product ID and uses that path, that variable, that parameter, and passes it in here, which is then also passed to the service. This one here is a post route, and then you can see there's also a delete route here. You can define the responses or slightly different responses if you need to. If you go into the service, then this is probably a pretty straightforward service file with again those custom functions that deal with MongoDB here. So it's actually using Mongoose. So here you can see, for example, Mongoose. That's the product model. It's finding by ID and using the product ID to actually find a product using Mongoose. Various types going on in here too, because everything is TypeScript, type safe. No any's. There's no any's or unknowns going on in here. Everything is type safe defined. You got a generate route for generating or seeding the database. And you can see a pretty standard setup for Express here with various different middlewares. Swagger UI is used to generate the docs. So actually here, let's go have a look at those. Let's go to localhost 3000/docs. And let's close the console. So I actually really super love this idea of a Swagger file, because in here I've got my my routes. So here's a get route for reviews. And I can actually just put my product ID in here, and I can actually just try it out here. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to find, this is for a product. So if I grab this product ID, throw it in here. I don't need to use Postman. I don't need to use anything else. I can just try this out. And it actually shows me the response body that I get, which is awesome. So I really, really like this idea. Yeah, I'm going to close that back up. So yeah, all the different routes are in here, and there's schemas too if you want to see what's going on for various things. Yeah, that's pretty awesome as well. I think that's all I have to say. If you want to take a look at this, I'm going to throw the repo, so the repository onto this post, and I'm maybe going to try and put this onto Firebase. That's my thought. So watch this space. Thanks.